So hello everyone, welcome in the grand final. We have 4 players tonight. We have Minimayor, Sinaasappel, Ixon and Nexor. And they will fight for the title of champion of this season of the HV Speed Cup. So we see that everyone is ready. So we can start with the match. And we will start with 2 maps for 4 players. It's elimination mode. So after these 2 maps, 1 player will be out. First up is Speedfun Revolution is back. 93 from Lurk. And right after that we have hvsc3. Oh, okay. That should be okay. So in that order, first the speedfun map and then the full speed map. So the players are ready, we are ready.
I'm not ready.
So hello Yoa and Apricio Fishas. Lost in Heaven. I don't know how to pronounce that, your Twitch name. So these are the points, still the same. Okay, let's go. If the mode is correct, normally it is. It shall be cup, yes. So here we start. Hi Leo. So there are 2 warm-ups and 8 rounds. The points are on 0. We have 4 players and 3 casters, in fact 4 casters, but Sinaasappel is casting POV. So here we have it. So one more warm-up. The Lurk map is actually the most difficult speedfun map in this pack. to follow mode. I can do that. Okay. Oh, someone crashed. Who is it? It was Ixon. But it's still warm up, and there goes Minimayor. Remember, it doesn't matter if you finished first, second, or third after these two maps, because the points will be reset and we will start over again for the next two maps. So only top 3 matters, and the fourth, that will be a result in a elimination. So only Minimayor is driving now. Yes. Oh, the title is semi-final. Okay, I will adjust that right after this map. Okay, because now we have to focus on the match, of course. And then I will change the title. Thank you for saying that. So here we go. And we are now in to Nexor. Yes. Nexor may be the strongest speed fun player here. Who is behind? Sinus Apple in last position. Ixon Minimayor about to say. Minimayor, you saw that? A little mistake in the turn. So he's now behind. Ixon is in the front. Good turn. Minimayor, not good. He will end up lost probably. And it's now the fight between Nexor and Ixon. And Ixon, little mistake there. So we have Nexor here taking the first 30 points of the match. Then we have Ixon, and actually Minimayor finished third, so Sinus Apple made somewhere a little mistake, and Minimayor catched it up to the third place. Very important, because next map will be full speed, and then Sinus Apple should be the best player. That's what they say, but we will see. Actually, he's in the front now. Minimayor is again behind, and he hit the wall. So we have now Nexor catching up to Sinus Apple. Ixon pretty close behind Nexor. And he will actually take the second place. So Sinus Apple will win normally the round. And that was needed because he was in last position. So he has now 42 points, and that's enough for third place. And as you see, Minimayor in problems because he has only 29 points. But in the top 3, it's very close to each other. Nexor in the lead. Good turn of the 4 players, but Nexor, you see it, Nexor is losing speed, he's losing speed. And that he did very well. Now he is back in the first position. What can Ixon do? Not enough. Oh, they are taking Sinus Apple. There he comes back. Oh, Ixon with the drift. And Minimayor for the second position. And Ixon very unlucky. So that was a nice fight, but a bad end for Ixon. So fourth round. Where is Ixon? Ixon behind. Ixon a little bit of a problem for him. But he will take Minimayor. Yes, in the loop. Then we have Sinus Apple in second position. And a little bit gaining of speed, but not enough to beat Nexor. So these are the results after the first half. And we have still a second half to do, because there are 8 rounds on this map. Minimayor behind, as you see. Oh, Nexor hit the wall. That means he will lose some points. Sinus Apple with a big lead. Yes, intense match. It's also the grand final, and only the top 3 matters after these 2 maps. So Sinus Apple will win the round. Oh, that's karma. He will not win the round. He crashed right before the last CP. So that means actually that he loses 13 points. And Nexor 12 points. So that means Ixon 99 points for him. Minimayor also well. So these are the results. Yeah, who wins the grand final? That's a hard question, because winning a cup is, on the end, it's based on only 2 maps. If you win something or not. So we will see it in. So we have again Sinus Apple and Nexor leading, and Minimayor actually again behind. And Nexor messed up. Sinus Apple. Oh, Minimayor messed up. So that means the top 2 is for Sinus Apple and Ixon. And Sinus Apple is very happy about his performance. He rated the map from Lurk with 2 pluses, 3 pluses, excuse me, 3 pluses. It's the highest rating you can give to a map, and actually he is the only one that rated the map fantastic. So let's take a look to the other players. Nexor 2 pluses, Minimayor 2 pluses, and Ixon 1 plus. So overall the players are very happy about Lurk's map. And where is Minimayor? We lost him again. Oh, there he is. the good turn. Sinus Apple with a little mistake. There is Minimayor. What can Ixon do? Nothing. Keeping the second place he can do. Okay, that's good enough to overtake Sinus Apple. So 1 lap to go. Sinus Apple versus Nexor. Is that? I have no idea about that. I would say yes, but it will depend on the part 2, the second map pack. And then we can say if it will be Nexor versus Sinus Apple in the third part of this grand final. So we will see. Ixon is still doing very well. Minimayor is not doing very well because he is like 30 points already behind. Okay, 25. But the next map is full speed. And if you look to the players field, then yeah, then the other 3 players should have a better chance to pass. That we say it like that. So that was the first map. And Minimayor feels it already that he will lose because he wants to skip the map. It's actually Kirill's map. And if we take a look to the daddies, yeah, then Ixon and Minimayor are a bit behind Nexor and Sinus Apple. So yeah, it's everything or nothing for Minimayor. Fighting a very strong Sinus Apple and Ixon. Nexor should be too far away for Minimayor, so Nexor is almost pretty safe for this, for the top 3. Let us say it like that. Well, Sinus Apple, he doesn't have to make a comeback. If he saved the top 3, then it should be enough. But probably he wants to shine, so then he will make a comeback. So that's right what you say. Hard. I think it should be easy to save the top 3. But I can be wrong. So here we go, again 8 rounds. So Ixon fighting with Nexor. So Ixon Until now, he doesn't have a difficult time. Yes, only one guy will be out after this one. And then we will reset the points and we'll do all over again, but with different maps. The maps will be, not this one, I have to juke them. It will be Borderless, a fun speed map, and just another track, a speed fun map. So as we see at the scoreboard, Nexor, Ixon, Sinus Apple and Minimayor in that order. Yes. Like we see now, it's Minimayor that will be out. It will depend on Ixon's performance. I think Sinus Apple should be too far away anyway, because he is a good full speed player and should win some rounds here. But let's see. Minimayor actually now in second position, but Ixon is gaining speed with a good SD and actually now a good roll ride. Or tube better. My mistake. Now it's the wall ride. And look at this, Ixon wins the round in front of Sinus Apple and Minimayor, and Nexor finished last. So as you see, SDs and taking the tubes right is very important in full speed. And it makes a lot of difference. And here is that SD. Now another SD. And you see again, Ixon is in the front, but followed by Sinus Apple. Yes, there they are fighting. Sinus Apple overtakes Ixon. But Ixon doesn't give up. But that's not enough. We have Nexor in third position and Minimayor in fourth position. So it's almost decided, only 5 laps to go. So where is Ixon? Here is Ixon. Ixon pretty far behind, probably a last place for him on this round. So let's focus us on Sinus Apple and Nexor, maybe Minimayor, but he's also pretty far behind. So Nexor wins the round with a time of 53.25, and that's faster than any other time except his time, of course, on this server. So well done, good time from Nexor. There he is again, Nexor. Again in the lead. Ixon far behind. So we will focus us again to these two. Nexor, and that should be around for Sinus Apple without any crashes. And actually, Minimayor, where are you? He didn't finish. Maybe he gave up. And it's actually a difference. Oh, but he won't make it. Only if Ixon crashed like 3 times, but that's not gonna happen. So let us conclude that Minimayor is out after 2 maps. So Minimayor 4th place. And Ixon is just saving. Why not? He knows the system. He knows that the points will be reset after this map. So why you would risk for it if you are now safe? And now it's 100% safe. Nexor, Sinus Apple and Ixon will go to the next part of the grand final, part 2. And Minimayor is eliminated. And we have a win for Sinus Apple. That doesn't change anything in the scoreboard. Oh, it's one more round. Okay. So Sinus Apple can go for the honor, but then Nexor has to finish 4th or worser, so a crash. And otherwise, Nexor wins the first part, but again, that doesn't make any sense. So here we have again Ixon with the better tube than Nexor. But we're Sinus Apple too far behind, Minimayor even more far behind. So that means Ixon first, Sinus Apple second, and the TNL members behind for this round. So that was the first part, and we have Minimayor eliminated with 215 points. So a little break of 1 to 2 minutes now to reset the points. So, okay, here we go. Game mode. So I have to make a screen. So I have to switch it again to time attack. Oh, he is already in spectate mode. Okay. I will also change the title of the stream before I forget. So it is hvsc grand final. So update, and it should be okay now. Okay. Okay, the players are ready for part 2. And that means we can restart. And the maps will be it will be borderless. It's the wrong map, but don't worry, I will make it right. It will be borderless and just another track, I think, in that order. So we'll switch back to cup mode, and now the points are reset. So here we go. That's their choice if they want to skip the warm-up or the second warm-up. It's better to have a second warm-up in the system, because if you need a break, then you can just join with the second warm-up. But after a break, we had a break of 3 minutes like that, so then you don't need it, I think. But okay, that's the player's choice, and let's have fun. So, okay, here we go. So we have only 3 players left. That means that these players are also sure about top 3. And for Ixon means that much. because now he has the same result as Ufmao in Season 2. Ufmao was also in 3rd place, was he? In last season. But that was actually a grand final of 6 players and now we have only 4. So the world record is again for Nexor, I think. But at this moment Ixon is in the front and not Nexor. And it's an equal time between Sinus Apple and Nexor. So that means that Nexor lost the fight and is in the 3rd position. But still a lot of rounds to go. 15 rounds to go. 7 on this map and 8 on the other map. So everything can change. You see Ixon with a better wall ride. Stake in Nexor. Now a important turn. If you don't do it good, then you get auto drift. Ixon had a little auto drift, but it was okay, and that was a risky wall ride, to be honest. Very close. And there's Nexor. Oh, Nexor! Nexor! Oh, what is happening? Nexor again in 3rd position. He got the auto drift. He was in 2nd position and he wanted to risk to beat Ixon, but he got the auto drift by risking. Third round. So, okay, and Nexor actually with a good round now. Ixon a bit behind. So let's see if Sinus Apple can stake. Sinus Apple with the risky, but the closest route. As you see, can he make any difference with the SD? It doesn't seem like. So it shall be a round for Nexor. Then Ixon in 3rd position. In the scoreboard means that Nexor is coming closer and Sinus Apple too. All players closer to each other. And if they finish again like this, then it should be the same points for Ixon and Nexor. And then Sinus Apple should be second, 2 points behind, I think. But let's see. Nexor with the wider turn. He's now gaining speed. Ixon again behind. Ixon coming closer to Sinus Apple. He will take Sinus Apple. Normally, yes. And Sinus Apple with a little drift. So that means a good time for Nexor. 59.13. That's again a good, very good time. Only Nexor and Ixon did ever faster than that. Ixon with a little mistake in the start, but he's still close on them. Hero with the S4D. So S4D, it's not easy to do. It's tricky. Now Ixon is gaining speed, you see. He had a bad start, but now he is catching up and he's actually already in first position, right in front of Nexor. Both players with the SD. Nexor lost a little bit with the exit of the wall ride, so Ixon can win the round without any mistakes. And that's bad news for Sinus Apple, because he is now in last position. But still a lot of rounds to go. Now 11 rounds to go. Over the 2 maps. On this map it's only 3 rounds to go. Yeah, anyway, he needs first after this map, because the next map is Speed Fun, and then he can be in troubles. So he should be first, yes, that's right. And he will finish first normally, without any mistakes. He has a big lead on Nexor and Ixon. Ixon with the risk, but it doesn't help anything to take the second position. So still 7 points difference between the first place and the second place, and 7 points difference between the second place and the third place. Seems like Ixon had the worst S4D. Oh, and Nexor made a mistake in the wall ride. So if Sinus Apple finish first, then it means that Nexor will go to the bottom of the scoreboard, out the top 2. And it looks like Sinus Apple will finish first. Ixon is too far behind. And is Nexor able to finish? That's the question. Normally, yes. You have 20 seconds, so yes. Within 10 seconds he will finish. Oh, Nexor! Did you see that? He was almost like with the landing. Fail. But anyway, so as I said, Nexor in last position, but still very close to each other, and Speed Fun should be better for Nexor. And a good one for Ixon, the S4D and the wall ride, he did very well, but Nexor also. Sinus Apple lost a bit, but these players did already very well. And there is Sinus Apple with a better turn, U-turn. There is Ixon coming. Ixon with the SD. Or S4D, it's like, I think it's a SD, but it's a difficult one. So Ixon in first position, Sinus Apple second, and Nexor third. That means that the scoreboard will keep the same will stay the same after this map. So we will move on to the speedfun map. So this map, very important one. Nexor 12 points behind Sinus Apple, and Ixon leading with 14 points in front of Sinus Apple. Who will make it to the top 2 and will drive the grand final of the grand final? Yeah, it's the grand final of the grand final. So the last part, a 1 vs 1. It's his better map. Well, that can be maybe the best speedfun map for Sinus Apple, but if you look to the locals, it will be very hard for Sinus Apple. Normally. But here, top 6. Good, huh? Good. Ixon, Nexor, in front of the rest. And then you have Sinus Apple, Jimmy, a player without any name. I don't know who. And then you have Minimayor, but he is already out. So close locals on this map. So it's promising, this map, for a good match. Sinus Apple with a little bug, but it's the warm-up, so... Okay, here we go. Oh, there are the CPs. So if we take a look to the CPs, we see Nexor now in lead. As I predicted, he will be fast on speedfun. But he is losing some speed. Oh, this is getting interesting. Ixon pretty far behind, so he won't be able to catch up normally. Sinus Apple will take the lead. And that means no victory for Nexor. So that's 7 points he missed to catch up. So this is the scoreboard. Ixon 217 points and only 1 point behind Sinus Apple. And Nexor should catch up if he wants to drive the grand final. I think most people were thinking like Nexor will drive the 1 versus 1 in the last part, so we'll finish in top 2 anyway and probably win. But if you see now the scoreboard, I don't know if he will win. He will get difficult times for sure. Yes, Leo. Nexor is lost, but oh, Sinus Apple, my boy. And now it depends Can Ixon overtake Nexor? That's a good turn, but too risky. So Nexor will win the round. Sinus Apple is too far behind. I hope for Sinus Apple that he can still finish. He has 20 seconds to do that. Ixon will finish anyway. Yes, all risking, and now it's praying for Sinus Apple. It's 7, 6, 5. Yes, he will make it. So very close and risky rounds for Ixon and Sinus Apple to beat Nexor. And actually that means that Nexor is still not in the top 2, but is getting closer. 6 rounds to go. Nexor with the most speed, I think. It's about the same. Ah, bad wall right at the exit. Sinus Apple landed totally wrong. He corrected like very well, but you see he's losing speed. And Ixon made also a little mistake. So you see Sinus Apple, oh, you see, I think, I'm not sure if it was he braked or he got a bug. Maybe both. But anyway, Nexor in front and Ixon will be able to catch up. Oh no, no, he was more behind. So in the scoreboard, look at this. Yes, and there it is. 257 points for both players in the top 2. And in the third position, 256 points for Sinus Apple. So everything is possible. Why? Oh, actually, why we drove like 11 rounds and it's only 1 point difference that it made. So it feels useless. So Ixon has more speed, it looks like. Overall, Ixon is better in wall rides, I think. There he goes, and that's a good one. That's a risky but good one. He is gaining speed on Sinus Apple. But it's, I don't know if it, oh, Ixon, he failed. Yeah, it was everything or nothing. So, Ixon lost it now. We are halfway the second map. And Ixon went from the first position to the last position. And Nexor did the opposite. He went from the last position to the first position. Let me say they switched. Yeah, overall on this map, Ixon did it worst. As you see, round 1, round 3, round 4, he was lost. And here he goes again. Ixon. Is this the end for Ixon? It might be. Oh, no. It's not the end for Ixon. Not yet. Sinus Apple is also messing up and Nexor is driving. Like, if you see driving Nexor, you think, why is Trackmania so an easy game? And then when you see me driving, yeah. Then you think it's freaking hard. So at this moment, Ixon not anymore third, but it's Sinus Apple. Nexor should be safe. Yeah, it's only 10 points. Oh no, 20 points, sorry, okay. 20 points. My bad. And here Nexor goes again, so he will pass. We will not focus on him anymore. Let's see if Ixon can catch up. Sinus Apple in first position. That's a good one, I think, but not enough to beat him. But now it all depends on will Sinus Apple finish first or second, and it looks like he will finish first. Yes, so that means bad news for Ixon, because now the difference is about 12 points and only 2 rounds left. 6 rounds, no. In the grand final of season 2 there were 6 rounds, and in your matches, so the previous matches, there were 5 rounds. But for this grand final we have made the choice to do 8 rounds because that's more fun. Sinus Apple with a fail, that means that Ixon has still a chance to catch up, but then he has to win, or win, okay, win. Then he has to finish in front of Sinus Apple for this round. If he finishes second, oh, he's gonna win this round. So Ixon wins, Nexor is second, and Sinus Apple is third. That means that it will be, yes, 1 point again, and then the last round will be the decider. Ixon 1 point in front of Sinus Apple, and only 1 point left. 1 round left, sorry. And Nexor just has to finish, and then he's safe. But if Nexor crash and if he can't finish, then yes, then he is out. But that's not gonna happen, I think. So the pressure is on Sinus Apple. Good landing. There's Ixon. There's Ixon. Ixon with a good roll right, and now it's oh, Sinus Apple with the, and Ixon will overtake him. Ixon will overtake him normally. Yes, with a good exit, and it's Ixon that made it to the top 2 of the grand final. It was very close. Sinus Apple messed up the end a bit, but it's actually Ixon that made it. As you see, this match was very close, even way closer than the first part of this grand final. A lot of respect to Ixon, a lot of respect to Sinus Apple, and also to Nexor for this part of the grand final. Maybe the best part of the whole tourney, I think. And it's always you have one player lose and one player win, and today it was Sinus Apple that lost. And you can only have respect for him because he's a full speed player, and these maps were not full speed. So he was a bit unlucky. I hope he won't be angry on me. I doped it. We will see. But okay, the last part. And it will be do it your way. And so it's now do it your way. And then we have roads untraveled. from Switch. Jukebox. Yes, but we have again a little break of a minute or 2 minutes, so don't worry. Oh, there are still these points. Oh, it's warm up, so I can screen the points. So all screens will be in the Discord after this match. Then we can start. So we are still on the right time aim. By the way, I set 1 hour and 30 minutes about that. So we are still right for that. And it will be now the fight between Nexor and Ixon. I will restart this. No, don't drive. Yes. Who will be the champion of HV Speed Cup 3 and will be the successor of Chemi from the first season and TK of the second season? It's still one more. It's time attack. It's still one more cup. Okay. Good luck. Ready? Okay, here we go. I think the two best speedfun players of the tourney. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think these are the two best speedfun players of the tourney against each other. And it shall be still do it your way. Yes. Oh, Nexor, where are you? He left. So yeah, that's a death win for Ixon. Better luck next time, Nexor. Better luck next time. It's okay. No? It's warm up 2. 2 of 2. But I have to think. Needs because it's already the second warm up and I don't know, we have to wait. It's a longer break than expected. It's a 5 minutes break now, not a 3 minutes or 2 minutes break, but okay. Yes, and then my question again. Otherwise I have to restart the whole thing because now it will count on the points. Yes, okay. He didn't answer, so he should be okay. So okay, here we go. Who will be the champion? We will know it in less than a half hour. And of course, this is overall maybe the biggest solo cup in speed, I think. Because Trackmania is like that. Oh, both players, Ixon and Nexor, crashed into the wall. It's actually a difficult map, this one. I think. Nexor is losing some speed. Now the U-turn. And that's the fault for Ixon. So Nexor with the first 30 points. Yes, and I think Ixon, yeah, he could win if he didn't hit the wall, but that's for Nexor the same, I think. But Nexor won now, but I think the same feelings for both players. Let's see what this round will bring. The favorite of this battle? Oh, Ixon, what are you doing? The favorite should be Nexor, I think. And it's okay, guys. We saw a very good second part of this grand final, but these first two rounds, it's like 4 crashes, 2 for Ixon, 2 for Nexor. Why? Why? Ixon has to watch out because Nexor is gaining speed and Ixon is not on. Yeah, okay. But it looks like Nexor has way more speed than Ixon. So okay, we have now both players 53 points. Ah, I see it. Yes, I lost to these guys, by the way. He is also streaming. I think he is a bit mad. But okay. It happens, okay. Ixon with release now, but that's the better turn for Ixon. Yes, that's a very, oh, that's magical, correct. If I see these players driving, then I am instant happy. So good and so... I don't know how to explain this. And that's a win for Ixon. It's the same time, but it's the points for Ixon. Okay, sometimes the system gives the second position the most points, or the better local or whatever. So I have always, if it's same time, then I have to double check it. But in this case it was for Ixon, and you saw it, Ixon had more speed, and if the finish was 1 centimeter in front of it, then Nexor had the win. And you see it again, Ixon with a better turn here. But now he's losing speed on Nexor. Ixon pretty far behind. That should be around for Nexor. Oh, did you see that? Nexor almost hit the wall. It was like a few centimeters that he was off the wall. It's so risky. Then you see almost hit the wall here, Nexor. The last round it was a nice fight. Equal time. It's everything can change. It's the little things that make the difference. Now it's again the same amount of points. 106. Now it's Ixon with a better turn, I think. No, it's Nexor. It looks like Nexor is doing everything full speed. Like a speed fun map and he is driving full speed. I know it's not possible, but in contrary with Ixon. So, and that's a round again for Nexor. And a crash in the finish for Nexor. But he did it well. So that was the 5th round. Nexor in the lead. And now I have no clue about the times on the last map, Roads Untraveled. What I know about the map that it was personally for me hard to finish. It's a full speed map. And it's hard to finish, so we will see. I am not a full speed expert. I like speed fun and NASCAR a bit, but full speed I am not good. And we see again Nexor in the lead. It's always so much difference. Oh, why is this karma? If I'm talking about a lot of difference between the two guys, then one guy is crashing. So easy win for Ixon because Nexor crashed. And that's again a crash in the finish. And one time Nexor will jump to the right of the finish. It will happen, I think. Because now these times it was very risky, the finish landing. So we have still the same amount of points. So we had 3 wins and 3 losses for both players. And that was the mistake of Nexor, but he could correct it. And that's a good one for both players. And now this release turn. In this release turn, Nexor is always faster than Ixon for some reason. And then Ixon comes, but then he will fail. Oh no, he won't fail. Ixon just right behind Nexor. So, oh, what was that? Ixon hit the part of the road. I don't know how to say it. The wall. The rail. No, not the rail. Anyway, last round on the speed fun map, and then we will switch to full speed. So if Ixon wins, then we will go with the same amount of points to the full speed map. And otherwise, it will be a difference of 14 points between Nexor and Ixon. And it looks like, oh, it's not that much difference. Nexor is gaining speed. And that's the full speed turn of Nexor. You see it. Nexor is always taking that turn like almost full speed. Nexor, he is gaining a lot of speed now, as you see here. So he will take the points home normally. Yes. So that's 14 points difference. Yes. Over 200 points for both players. And now, who is the better full speed player? Is it Nexor or is it Ixon? Everything can happen. Oh, Nexor, what are you saying? Time to learn this. We will see if he is lying or maybe he trained it offline. Sneaky. And then he said like, oh, time to train this. Yeah. It's also mentally. You have to beat a opponent mentally, but also on performance. As player, you just have to ignore it and focus on your job to win. Oh, Traxor. Why? I don't get it. Oh, because Ixon and Nexor. And then Tracker think that he can play the grand final. I think it's more about the skills and not about the name. But as you see, Ixon a little bit better local. Sinus Apple would be the best here, but he is unfortunately already out the competition. I can try it. Joe Nex. It won't work. I am too noob. But anyway, here we go. And we saw in the warm-up that Ixon was better prepared than Nexor. But okay. Now Nexor is in the front, but there is Ixon. So let's focus us into Ixon. Ixon still right behind Nexor. Ixon is gaining a bit speed on Nexor, but will it be enough to beat Nexor? And it will be enough. It's actually a difference on 0.04. That's nothing. Sniped. Okay, I think these players are dying. The heartbeat is going high. So if you see one player crashing and doing nothing anymore, then be sure that they are having a heart attack. Then we call the emergency. Yes. But at this moment, Nexor is leading with a very big gap, so it won't be possible for Ixon to catch up anymore. So we have again 14 points difference. Time to make the difference for Ixon. Or time to secure the first place for Nexor. Oh, little mistake for Ixon. Is this the end? It looks like. It will be very hard now. Oh, Nexor, what are you doing? Nexor won't be able to finish also, I think. But let's see how he will try. Maybe he will be able to, but I don't think. Depends. It depends. I don't know the route, but maybe he is able to. Yeah, probably he will be able to. Yes, he is able to. So yes, what can you say about this? Unlucky, or stupid, or risk it? I think it's a missed opportunity for Ixon. Anyway, and then Nexor should win this round also, and then it won't be possible anymore for Ixon. Oh, there is Ixon. Yeah, it's still possible, but it will be very hard for Ixon now. If you say 7-7, he can get 5 times 7, that's 35. So if Nexor finish all rounds now in second position, then Nexor wins. So that's the conclusion. But no. Well, that's the system we use now. We could use different points. But yeah, in that case, it wouldn't make any sense. I think, yeah, maybe. Okay. It's, yeah, in a 1v1 you can do it, but then you have the 3 versus, yeah, the three versus players, and then 4, and then there are different. So we use the same point difference for each match, and that's now unlucky if you crash. In normal win, yes, but I don't know about the last map. Well, anyway, we will take a look to adjust it for the next season. But yeah, players knew it that they had to finish, and that these were the point system. And now you see Nexor takes the lead anyway. So I don't know if it makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I know. In a 1 versus 1, it's. But in 4 versus 4, it fits perfectly, I think. Because then a fourth has like 12 points. And then the first position has 30 points. And like if you finish first and you crash one, then you have 30 points. And if you finish 2 times fourth, then you have only 24 points, you know? But it's a big difference. And I understand it. So we will take a look for the next 1 versus 1. Anyway, I think overall, I think Nexor deserved that win, to be honest. Because if we adjusted the system of the previous matches, then with the only one scoreboard without a reset, then Nexor will be first anyway, because he won the 4 players and the 3 players part. So I think overall it was deserved for Nexor, and congratulations to him. He is the champion, and I don't think we have to discuss about it. Yeah, maybe in the feedback, but it's not about the points distribution that Ixon lost. I think it was a well-deserved win for Nexor, and that was the end of this tourney. So, okay. For the prizes, I will publish them later today. That's the only thing left, I think. There are no upcoming events for HV, unfortunately. But if you, as Clem, wants to fight us, for example, then you can always contact us on Discord for a match. You see, Ixon is very strong, so why not? And we have also other strong players. But anyway, we have so that was it. Thank you for watching, and see you next time in the next event that HV take parts. So bye.